Okay, good evening and welcome back to a juicy weekend of the tournament, and we are into the final stages here. And joining me on the cast today is Gaming with Nix, who's going to be helping me out with the lower bracket finals between Skirmishers and who's the other team? I forgot. Lucifer
It's
Gaming.
dear.
Yeah, yeah. Dear Unique, right? So we saw amazing performance from Fizz in the Pants yesterday. Completely destroying TDT, and I'm really excited to see what this match brings. So, welcome, Nix. What's up?
Yep, thank you so much, Stark. And yeah, we are obviously looking forward to a great game between both Skirmishers and DR Unix. Skirmishers, obviously, they were up against Punchlines, whom they could not win against in the upper bracket. So they are here fighting in the finals of the lower bracket against DR Unix, who again had a good start to the tournament, but I think they lost in the second round. And since then, they have been in the lower bracket. But again, they have put out dominant performances so far. So we are really hoping to have a great match tonight. It's a BO3, mind you. If I'm not mistaken, it's BO3 or BO5. I think it's
I think it
BO5.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
my bad. So let's hope we have a great game tonight. So whom are you rooting for, by the way, Stark?
I have a little bit of
Of
bias here,
course,
of
of course.
course,
I didn't
because
even ask that.
yeah.
Yes.
So, but I'm really excited to see Fizz in the Pants do something like he did yesterday, and Lucifer's mastery. Will it work against TGT? I mean, skirmishers right now. So
Yes.
I'm very excited to see what happens in the match, and we are already in the draft phase while we were discussing. So talk
Hmm.
to me about the bans and the picks.
Oh, of course, yeah. We can see Fizz, Akali, Mastery getting banned. They're all target bans, to be honest. Of course, Fizz in my pants is great with Fizz and other assassins, so that makes a lot of sense. And Lucifer Gaming, we know how good his Mastery is. I mean, Mastery is not that much in the meta, but again, if you give Mastery to Lucifer Gaming, he will make the best of it. So that those bans make a lot of sense. And again, we're seeing Fizz, Galio, Vayne getting banned. So yeah, again, those are really good bands, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. And we have Kale back in form for the team now. Last time it was someone else playing, I think. But we have Lucifer, giving his first pick to Alistair, which is someone as best pick apart from his Leona. So he has already picked the cow, which has been whenever he gets a chance, he goes for it. And we have also
Mhm.
gotten Bishi's first pick on the Fiora, which is comfortable with. So it's going to be kind of comfort picks for Prophet in the mid lane. He's gone for the Ari and the Corki for Kale. So jungle picks are still open. But Ari versus Yasuo current state, who do you think is going to win?
I definitely give the edge to Yasuo over this because he has his wind wall to block all damages, all projectiles that are coming from Ari. So in the laning phase, Ari might have an issue if she doesn't snowball because we all know Ari is an early game champion. So you need to snowball with Ari or early on to make an impact. But again, Yasuo, it all depends. I mean, if you can get those knockups with on time with Alistair, then obviously it can cause a lot of havoc in the backline. But also, there's one very interesting thing that I'm not sure many of our viewers have noted that Kale is playing now with skirmishers. So it's a new addition that skirmishers have added, and I'm definitely interested to see what he does with Corki. I think Corki is definitely playing as ADC, so it will be really interesting to see if Kale can make the most of it.
Yep, and Frosty also gone for his, pocket pick, which is the Camille. He's done so well with it in
Yeah.
the matches. But now we have, the knockup comp, which is, going to help Yasuo carry the knockup from the Alistar, the knockup from the Wukong. So anything that can dodge the knockups or disengage should be picked from the side of TGT. But I mean, it's skirmishes. Sorry, my bad. I think we need an Olaf from Bishi, but let's see what he's going to pick. Brom has been locked down as a support, which is pretty good against blocking initial engage. And
Mhm.
let's see what is going to be picked here.
I think, as you correctly mentioned, Olaf is the way to go about. Zinja also could make a lot of difference with the engage that will be coming in. But again, Olaf will be the best pick. Second best, of course, could be Zinja. But let's hope that Bishi picks in Olaf and gives it to Lost. Okay, they're going in for Nunu. That's quite surprising. But let's see. They might have a strategy in place for that.
Yeah, I think along with these are the vertical ults, right? So we can have Braum ulting into the Corki package, which can completely disengage the enemy team and throw off the team. But it's a full AD comp from the side of DR Runic, right? And I think Nuno in this comp will be very unkillable. Nuno and Braum both will be unkillable by the end of the match. So I think early game leads are necessary for DR Runic to get their edge, right?
Mm-hmm. True. So I think from the side of skirmishers, we are seeing a great balance. We are seeing early game damage as well, damage dealers like Ari, but towards the late game, they will scale up properly. Like both, all three champions like Nunu, Brom, even Corki for that matter. Once he gets 2 to 3 items, he will be really doing a lot of damage.
Yep, definitely. The Akshan pick in the IDC is something we've not seen in the meta for quite a while. We've known Soheb to play this in his previous matches, and he has done wonderfully, getting the first blood in. I think the last match he played with this champion. But do you think
Right.
is going to match up to Corki and especially challenger player Kale?
Well, I do feel that Akshan has that X factor with his passive. I mean, he can change team fights. You might end up getting a quadra, but if he just kills that person, then it doesn't really matter. He revives everyone. And again, towards the late game, when the dead timers are really high, this will make a lot of difference. So it'll be really interesting to see how this game proceeds and which team is actually willing to take that advantage.
True. No exhaust from both the teams here, which is something I actually wanted to see, especially against the Fiora or the Ari. But let's see. Let's talk about lanes now. Alistar and Akshan versus the more traditional picks of the Braum and Corki.
Yes.
So which lane
Yeah,
do
I
you
do
think
believe. I personally believe that Brom and Corky will do a lot of poking over here, but Akshan needs to be really mechanical with his plays. You have to use those angles perfectly with your first ability in order to get maximum amount of damage with his boomerang. So let's see how Shoaib plays with Akshan over here, because that will actually dictate the terms how that entire laning phase goes. As of now, we'll be seeing a lot more poke coming from Corky, which we do expect.
Yes. The early game queues usually land a lot harder. But in Baron Lane, Fiora versus Camille is a skill-based matchup. So both these, both players are very, very comfortable on these picks. But who do you think will be a little bit better in the lane phase now that it's all level 2?
Well, I do agree that Fiora will be causing a lot of trouble, even though both these champions are quite good at split pushing, and poke as well from both these champions are quite hard. But I think Bishi's he's quite lethal when it comes to his comfort picks, both Darius as well as Fiora, and you will be seeing a lot more poke coming in from Fiora's side. So let's see which jungler actually helps the Baron lane out, because I can see that Wukong is circling around that area. Might be seeing a Wukong gang very soon.
Yep, Nunu is going as well. They're moving towards the first scuttle. So there's going to be a skirmish here from skirmishes on the first scuttle. Wukong is actually trying to get gank in. There's ignite takes down on Bishi and Camille also. So both of them just disengage for now. And Wukong is actually recalling. Flash comes in from Ari and the charm Foxfire goes lands. They are able to get the first blood. Meanwhile, on the bot side, fight is going on. The stacks come from the Alistar Vanquisher has to flash while Nunu is walking here to help out the Corki. The stacks goes on Fizz. The stun comes down from the passive. Nunu is taking a lot of damage, but I think he's able to move out of the stacks land on Summoner as well. Stun comes in. Corki might be able to get the kill, but Akshan gets the kill on the Braum. Ari comes in. Charm lands the second kill for Prophet already in the game. Lost trying to disengage now. Wukong still dashing in to really get a kill here. Ult is already channeling for him. Massive damage comes in from the ult and it kills the enemy. Akshan Corki gets a double kill in return. Quick fight happening in the first 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah, those were some really, really exciting fights. In the top lane, I would definitely say that Frosty got a bit cocky by just being like 0 HP in his lane and still not retreating. And Ari definitely made the difference in this entire team fight. All those 4 kills were contributed to Ari, in my opinion. She has got about, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 2 assists and 2 kills. So definitely 4 out of 4 team fight participation for her. And definitely those rotations are helping the entire team, skirmishers out. And it'll be really interesting to see with a 2-0 lead over Yasuo how Ari advances in this game even further.
Yeah, definitely. The roam potential from Ari was utilized completely by Prophet, and now he's already 2-0. And I think he's going to give him an edge for the first dragon, which is going to be Mountain. Corki also getting the 2 kills. Seems like both the carries in skirmishes have received their initial gold, which has not been actually going. 2 kills went to Akshan, but that's the only thing. He's already completed his blade, which is really going to help out against the Nunu and the Braum. But first dragon is going to be scoring. Who do you think is the advantage?
Well, as of now, I would definitely say that skirmishers do have an edge over here on this dragon. With the Corki package, of course, they will be forcing out a fight as and when the dragon spawns. And it has spawned right now, and they do have the vision advantage as well. So I definitely feel that the blue team, skirmishers, they have to go in, take the fight, and take the dragon as well. And hopefully get a couple of kills if possible.
Yep. We know that Camille might be rotating, and Bishi usually prefers to avoid the first dragon. But let's see whether he's actually going to rotate. Both teams are trying to fight for the river priority here, trying to camp for the bush to get an ult on the. Okay, Braum has been ulted. Yash Pressure is going in. The package has been used to disengage already, and Lulu comes in with a massive dance. The ult comes in from Camille. A lot of damage is going on from Skirmishes. Ari comes in from maybe save the day, but the second part of Wukong's ult is sticking in. Fiora is here to help out. There's a kill on the Wukong. Camille ticking down in HP, and the kill goes to Bishi. 2 kills already there, and Bishi is chasing down the Wukong here, who gets the kill. Triple kill for Bishi. The last 2 members surviving are the Akshan and the Yasuo, but he gets the kill, giving an instant revive to the rest of his players. Your prediction came true, and the entire team is now here to fight for the Mountain Dragon.
Oh my god, that was exactly what we were expecting from Akshan. No matter how many kills you get, no matter if you get a quadra as well, not just a triple that Bishi got, kudos to him on that, but doesn't really matter. But let's see what the next team fight will be coming up, because Akshan, the game changer, has gone down right now.
Yep, definitely. He's going to be respawning in 13 seconds, but that's not much time for them to do the dragon. I think Lost with the Nuno and Corki with the burst will be able to take this, secure the dragon here. Wukong does not have ult, so I don't think a contest is possible. Stacks is sticking down on the Braum passive. I don't know whether you can't smite against him obviously. The stun is rooting here. Fiora is here to help out. He gets the kill on the Wukong. Yasuo ult is proccing, but I think he's going to be charmed down and killed. Ari gets the kill on the Yasuo. Camille is trying to fight the backline. Gets the kill on the Braum. Akshan ult is coming to maybe get the kill on the Ari, and Corki is able to block it and avoid it. Does not land. Bishi going in on the Camille. Camille ults on the Corki. Damage comes out from the Ari and gets the kill. Now Bishi is able to disengage from the Akshan, who is forced to retreat. Quick kills coming out from both the teams. The dragon goes over to skirmishers, 12-7.
Yep. That was again a very good fight, but the logical approach would have been from DR Unique to just go in for the Rift Herald at that point. They instead actually gave about 2 to 3 kills to skirmishers that eventually just dragged the lead from 3k to up to 4.5k, and that does not help them one bit. So I'm expecting them to take clear fights, with clean objectives, and again they are just going in blind right now. And again we saw that Alistair went there without any vision and had to pay the price for that, and because of that skirmishers will get the second objective as well, and this is where the macro gameplay is coming in place.
Yep, we know, I think skirmishers already knew that, the tanks are going to be played. So the Fiora pick and the Ari pick, who won't do damage to tanks, has been coming in a lot, and this Alistair was, melted instantly. So the draft was, I think, a very good plus from their side. And skirmishers picking apart DR on its playstyle here, getting maybe the first turret of the game. It's 100 HP. Okay, the tower is down, and Braum is here to help out. Wukong ult comes in. Yasuo ult lands on the Ari. Ari might be in a bit of a pickle here, but she's able to flash away to safety. Charm lands on the second part of the Wukong ult, so it's cancelled out, but the Yasuo airborne is knocking in. I think Braum is going to, yes, that happens. Camille.
Champion slain. Shut down.
Work out after the first turret came, where the whole team was able to respond. So 2-3 kills coming over to DR Unikin to get a little bit of a relapse in the slaughter.
Yes, of course. I mean, the skirmishers did manage to get the first turret down, and they even have the bottom turret down to about say one plate or just a little over one plate left. But again, those 3-4 kills that Skirmishers gifted to DR Unique would help their cause a bit. But let's see towards the late and towards the mid to late game. Skirmishers will flourish even more with the comp that they're having right now. As you correctly mentioned, Brom and Nunu will be unkillable. So let's see what DR Unique has planned towards the late game as well.
The ADC from DR Unique is really fed, right? He has 5 kills. Excuse me. He has the blade, which will be doing a lot of damage to the Nunu and Brom. So good itemization on his part, to be honest. Let's see what happens.
Sure. So yeah, as we can see right now that Akshan is in the mid game right now, and he's trying to just make sure that they do not lose out on the mid turret, because once the mid turret goes down, it will be very difficult for DR Unique to manage their lanes, both top lane as well as bottom lane, because then Loss with his Nunu will be just ganking, which is exactly done right now. And now again a fight has broken down, and Ari doing a lot of damage in that. Brom managed to get his shield up, and because of that, made some sort of a disengage happen. Over here we are seeing Ari, just making sure that the lane is pushed, and with the dragon, with the cloud dragon spawning in about 15 or 10 seconds, it'll be really interesting to see which team actually manages to go for this one. I do feel that Skirmisher still has the advantage, even though they gave a couple of kills when the top turret was being taken. But let's see if DR Unique would want to go in for this dragon.
Yeah. I think the Rift Herald will be spawning soon as well, so that will be a priority here for both the teams, because Cloud Dragon is not that important in the current meta. But the package is here, and I think Skirmishers are looking for a fight. Brom ult, Brom ult is going to be back very soon. So both teams have ult, and with the Witch being completed, I think Akshan is going to do a lot of damage. Camille, however, is not here for the fight, as she's split pushing. So disengage is there, and Skirmishers are able to secure the Cloud Dragon easily.
Right. I think this was a wise move. They know they are a bit behind when it comes to gold, so there was no way they could have actually contested. Yeah, Wukong could have used his splash and gone in, but I think it's not enough right now. With that, I mean, Ari's also really fed alongside Akshan. So she's doing a lot of damage, and you can see the amount of damage that both Kale and Ari are doing at this point. I think this is going down really badly for them. But again, Akshan is not giving up. He got another kill. So with that, he takes his kill count to 6 kills with just 2 deaths on the board.
Yep. They overextended quite a bit, and now Yasuo is trying to get the kill on the Bishi. Airborne does not land, but he's dashing in to maybe secure the kill here. Fizz is trying to, Fizz in my pants is still doing a lot here. But the second Rift Herald has spawned, and it seems that Commission is already looking to get the second Rift Herald.
Right. So in terms of like objective, like clearing objectives and making sure that they take the macro game up a notch, they are doing exactly that. They were punished when they did not, give a lot of credit to punchlines. Skirmishers, when they faced up against punchlines in the upper bracket, they did not do too well when it came to the macro gameplay. So they are making up for that exact thing, and they are punishing DR Unique in the first game as of now with a gold advantage of say 5.5k. I think they are really in the lead when it comes to the mid game as well.
Yep. We need to see whether the late game scaling from the side of DR Unique will actually match up, because Corki is going to be unbeatable in the late game. But Camille is actually farming up, quite well, and is at 8,000 gold, which is not very much behind the Bishi. Right. So I think there's going to be good scaling if they're able to land the knockups from the Alistar, the Wukong, and Yasuo is doing a lot of damage even to Bishi. He did a lot of damage there. So maybe they have a chance if they're able to get the initial engage, given Nunu from just barreling into them. But let's see what happens, because Yasuo is now getting caught off. This time, like from the Brom, he tries to go away, but that's not going to happen. He gets the ult on the Corki, but Corki is at full head speed. So another kill goes over to Kale here, and it's 15-11 now.
Yeah, I mean, really kudos to him to just try that much. I mean, he almost got Corki over there, but again, 3 versus 1, it was always going to not go down well with him. But again, I'm just seeing the itemization, and I really wanted to know your opinion as well on the itemization that Corki is doing right now. So when I'm playing Corki in the mid lane, I usually go in for Essence Rebirth, but over here we are seeing a Mana Bune being made. Of course, you'll be seeing a lot more damage come in. So, as an ADC, I mean, what is your preference when it comes to itemization on Corki? Do you also feel that Manamune is the way to go about it?
I think Manamune, is a very scaly item, and Essence Reaver
Hmm.
actually gives enough mana to sustain the game. So Essence Reaver would have been a better option here, but since he's already gotten that much of a lead, I think in the 407, right, his Manamune is already converted to Muramura. So
Hmm.
he's doing quite well already. So at this point, maybe the Manamune will be able to do more damage. So he's already scaled and stacked.
Right, right. Of course, and that's exactly what we are seeing. Kale right now is 4-0, and I think he has a good amount of what do you call? Lead on him. But again, Akshan isn't out of the game so far. He has got 6 kills. So we are seeing DR Unique feed their carries really well. And in the next fight, I think this will determine. This is the Ocean Drake. This is the Drake that both the teams would want to have it. So let's see which team actually goes in for this one, because I feel both the teams will be contesting it.
Yeah, definitely. The river priority has already been taken by which is the entire point of the comp, right? If Yasuo is not there to follow up on the airborne, it's not going to help out. But Nunu walks in a little cockily here. I feel Tails package has been new. Braum is already on half HP, and Lucifer gets a nice ult here. But Yasuo follows up on the Alistar knockup there. The fight is going on both fronts. The Unstoppable comes over for the Corki, and double kill comes for him. Bishi meanwhile is fighting the Camille on the backside, and Skirmishers seem to be winning this fight once again. The shutdown goes on the Ari by the Camille, but Fiora is just melting through the enemy tanks, and I think another triple kill for him while the dragon goes over to Skirmishers, making it 3 dragons and score to be 19-12.
Right. I think this is literally moving in one direction. They have secured 3 dragons, but mind you, the Elder Dragon that will be spawning will be the Infernal Drake. Infernal Elder can cause a lot of trouble, but it'll be really interesting to see if the game goes that long. Because I think the next objective for them would be to take a team fight, clear out, get a triple, get a quadra again, and then straight away go for the Baron Nashor. And I think they will be looking forward to doing that as well. Skirmishers.
Yep, they are very ahead. Fiora unkillable in these fights, healing so much. I think anti-heal is something which was very necessary in the start of the match, and nobody has got it from the side of the Ironic, which is causing them a lot of issue because Ari is healing a lot, Corki is actually healing, and Fiora unkillable in these fights, like I mentioned. They're not able to
Yes.
actually burst down Bishi at all in the Camille ult landing on him and the Alistar knockup. But let's see what's going to happen. Okay, they're trying to get river control for the Baron, but the Ironic are here to respond.
Yep. Exactly what we were discussing just a minute back. Skirmishers are around the Baron area and they are looking forward to forcing a fight. Their unit seem to be ready, but without Camille, it could be a bit of trouble. Alistair went in too deep right now, but I'm not sure if that will be a very bad thing for them. Camille does use her TP, and it will be really interesting to see which team actually goes in and gets the first kill over here in this fight. Ari actually manages to get Wukong, which is a big mess for them. And over here, we are seeing kills being taken by Fiora again. And she is on a rampage right now. Of course, Kale is also doing a lot of damage. Blue team literally wipes the floor with the red team. And I think they will be ending the fight from the mid lane itself. Wow.
Yeah.
What an end was that start.
Yep, everybody on this team is fed, right? And from 3 accounts, I think some parts of the fight, Corki was fighting the Alistar was melting him down, Ari was fighting the Wukong, and Fiora went in the backline and killed the Akshan. So they all went on their priority targets, and even though Alistar managed to gather himself, the Nunu ult, it was not much of a help because 2 kills went to Ari, 1 kill went to Corki, and 2 kills went to Fiora, and that is the end of the match. They had 30 seconds just timers, they could not do anything. Well played skirmishers, well balanced team fight, and I think the draft was the eventual winner. And
Mhm.
we'll be back with game 2 very soon. Congratulations. finals here brought by Level Up Gaming between Skirmishers and DR Runic. The Skirmishers have already gotten a lead of 1-0, and we are back into the draft. And continuing with me on the cast is Nix. So, what do you feel this game is going to happen with the blue side already banning out Corky?
Yes, I do feel that DR Unique needs to get their comfort picks for them to make any difference, because last game again we saw that Lucifer Gaming, yes, they did make a lot of good engages during the first and the second dragon fight, but again the targeting was the difference in my opinion from skirmishers. They targeted the right champions, and the right champions went in at the right time. That made a lot of difference. So let's see what DR Unique have in place, have in store, what they've planned for against skirmishers. It will be really interesting to see what the second game has for us.
Yep, they've already locked in the Ziggs in the mid lane to give a little more, sustained damage here. But they always ban Vayne, right? Summoner always bans Vayne to prevent the true damage from hitting him. But they forgot to ban the melee Vayne, which caused them a lot of issues, as the Alistar, was getting melted so easily. And they left Leona open, but Leona has been picked up from the side of Skirmishers, so a little bit different drafting here. But usual bans have already happened. The Galio, the Akali, the Fizz Respect bans, the Corki and the Brom have been banned out. So, what do you feel Leona being picked here from the side, denying Summoner, which you usually plays tank, will that make a difference?
Well, I think the skirmishers have come in with a plan. Probably they will pair up Leona with Varus. That's what I feel. I've seen their previous matches as well. Kale loves to play Varus. So Varus Leona combination, we might be seeing it in this match. Again, Camille might be played in the jungle. Lost. I think he loves to play Camille. So we might be seeing a proper targeting as well in this game. And Ziggs, of course, he will be the key. He will be the key factor during team fights. If he can get a lot of damage, a lot of poke damage, mind you, then I think DR Unique, they might have a chance.
Yep, last time's Ape not having any AP damage on their team actually proved fatal to them, because it was very easy to build armor on the Braum and the Nunu. But Camille has actually been nerfed, twice.
Yes.
And Lost has, I think, not been updated with the patch as of yet, so he's not going to be able to smite as well and scale up easily. With the Mastermind nerf also, objective gold from 120 to 40, it's pretty big. So not much early game damage is going to be coming out from skirmishers unless they pick a very strong mid laner here. So what is your opinion with the full new early double smite, which is definitely not going to happen this time? Will that make a difference?
Yes, obviously that will make a slight difference. But again, if you're going in with a plan with a comfort pick is advantage as well, then overall during the entire game, it won't cause that much of trouble. Because if you can target well, if you can get Ziggs out, probably the ADC as well with that engage, then obviously the team fight is yours, because you have Pantheon, you have Alistair, and probably you'll get one more tank from DR Unique. So they won't be dealing a lot of damage if Ziggs and the ADC are eliminated early on. Again, we are seeing Ezreal being picked, so I'm not too sure if Varus, would have. I definitely feel Varus would have been a better pick in this game. But again, Kale is a very, very diverse, has a very diverse champ pool. So again, Ezreal will do a lot of damage. It'll be really interesting to see how the game goes on.
Yeah, I think with the current build, the Triforce, the Bruiser build on Alistar again, and the Fiora is still open. They didn't ban the Fiora, so there's still that option of Bishi picking the Fiora once again. But just to counter that, the health HP from the side of DR Runic, the brand has been picked up, which is pretty easy to play. But Fizz has gone for the Z, which is actually a counter to brand. So a lot of spicy fights are going to be happening. The Ziggs has been picked for an ADC, I think, to be honest.
Yes. So I would have loved to see Ziggs versus Brand, because that is one matchup where you see Poke versus Poke. But that doesn't really matter, because we will be seeing Ziggs in action, but this time in the bottom lane. So Ezreal versus Ziggs, again, a good matchup. And they just balance the entire team around by taking Zed, which is again a very good pick against Brand and Ezreal. But they've left Fiora open, which we again saw last game how much difference that would have made, and that did really make. But again, they had an option to ban either Darius or Fiora. So they went in with banning Darius. Again, I do not blame them, but Fiora might be the X factor over here.
Yeah, Fiora has been locked in once again. The picks like that summoner, I think he needs to definitely improve on his champ pool and pick some enchanters once in a while, because it's so easy to predict what he's going to play, right? And I think this is the first team that has actually drafted against him, because he seems to be the MVP of engaging every time. So we have the Leona who counters the Alistar when he engages. You have the Brand who melts Alistar. You have the Fiora who melts Alistar. And we have Camille also who melts Alistar. Right? So any engage that is going to come out from both the Alistar and the Lucifer Pantheon, right, is going to be immediately countered and stun locked before they can actually do something. So I think Ziggs should be the carry factor here, because in the late game, if Zed is going to dive on anyone, because other than the Brand, he's going to get instantly stunned and killed, right? Because Ezreal also is going to have a lot of HP with his Triforce and his Manamune.
Right, of course. So we can all see that it's an anti-summoner draft that skirmishers have gone in for, because they are targeting Alistar. They definitely are giving him his comfort pit, but again, they are picking drafts that really counter Alistar. And if you have taken care of Alistar, you've poked him down enough, then you cannot have Pantheon or Riven engage for you. So again, a very smart drafting by skirmishers. Let's see how they can actually carry on with the game as well. The execution will make a lot of difference.
Yeah, there's two different things that I also wanted to talk about from the side of skirmishers, right? They have gone for the Brand pick. Zed is a very good counter to it, so he's going to have a hard time in lane. And also the Camille has been significantly nerfed, like I mentioned before. So compared to the Pantheon, Camille is going to have a time in the jungle. So the mid jungle duo, which actually matters a lot in the early game, is kind of weak from sales skirmishers. But the Riven pick from DR Ronick is a little weird. Talk to me about Riven and how it is in the meta right now. We've never seen Frosty play this champion.
Right. I mean, I would have loved to see Frosty on say Renekton, because I've seen him play Renekton a lot, and his Renekton is still decent according to me. But again, it will be really interesting to see if he's improved his champion pool, gotten Riven, because Riven could make the difference over here if she goes on the backline and does a lot of damage and manages to take out those squishies as well.
Yeah, we see the counter coming in. Apply for the APC pick. It's actually going to be Brand in the bottom lane, Ezreal fighting mid, but early game fight has already happened here. Down from both the battling champions. Frosty is very low HP and is forced to flash out. Fiora, both the summoners have been burned from champions, both the battling champions, and very first fight happening. Fiora getting the better of the lane for sure.
Yes, so I think Bishi has his work cut out in the Baron lane.
Yeah, fight happened in the mid lane as well. Sorry to interrupt you there. Pantheon gets a stun on the kill, and Ezreal is forced to back away and leave from the lane. Doesn't burn the flash though, but continue.
Yeah, of course. So we are seeing skirmishers show a lot of versatility over here, because they have. I think we might be seeing another fight right now. Pantheon might not to bother. Oh my god!
Invade happens, and sorry to interrupt you again. There's a lot of fight. Skirmishers have found the way, to counter the early fight, team fights of the, DR Runic by actually just skirmishing and, improving on their, early game damage. 2v3s, 3v3s is where DR Runic actually falls off as they're not able to fight. But, in the mid lane, another fight happens and Zed has gone over and gets the kill on the Ezreal. So, Ignite takes down, Camille is trying to do the damage. He has the red buff taking down, so it's a 1-for-1, but Zed gets the first blood.
In the bottom lane, again, skirmish happening. Oh my god. We are seeing one fight after another, so that is a lot of team fighting. Keeping in mind that only 2 minutes have gone down, and I think, Lost over here might be able to escape with a lot of HP. And again, what do you reckon, Stark? I mean, we are seeing so many fights happen, so I think both the teams are trying to be really aggressive up front.
Yep, you're staying true to that name. There has been insane amount of skirmish from this. Camille has already got to level 5 ahead of the Pantheon. Sacrificed his farm to get some ganks, and that actually gave him a kill, but he's gave him an assist, but he's really behind on farm. Camille has already passed over that early first tier stage and gotten level 6, right? So that shouldn't be clearing, shouldn't be much of an issue as of now. So I think he's passed that awkward phase, but 2-1, DR Rune gets the lead. He gets one kill, and one kill goes over to the Zed. But another dive happens in the mid lane, and is able to kill, but I think they overextend quite a bit. Lucifer has the damage with his Q, but he moves out of visions and Vanquish is able to escape. Kale escapes on literally half an HP, and another kill goes down in the middle. So it's 2-2, and I just can't keep up with it. Continue.
Yes, there's just too much of fighting that's going on right now. Before that turret dive, we even saw Zed go in and use his ultimate on Ezreal, and he could not finish the job. But again, I think during the dragon fight, he won't be having his ultimate up. So again, the first dragon being the Infernal Dragon will determine which team will actually get the first advantage. Because remember, both Ziggs and Brand feed off that Infernal Drake. It's probably one of the most important drakes for both the team right now, and it'll be really interesting to see which team actually goes in for the kill and gets this dragon. Because mind you, at this point, both the teams are even in terms of gold and also in terms of the kills. So Stark, what do you reckon? Which team has the advantage?
Right now, Ravena's used his ult, right?
Yep.
Actually recalling as well, but in terms of overall damage, right? If Alistar and actually go in first, nobody's HP is high, so they're going to be able to melt it very easily. Same goes to Brand, right? So the dragon has been started. It's a 6,500 HP. Lucifer's already there. So the disengage comes in from Summoner to prevent Leona from ulting in Zed. Ult to Leona. Brand ult actually ticks down and gets the kill on the Zed. But Lucifer's already barring down. He's getting the dragon to 1,500 HP. Camille jumps in. His ult comes in. Double kill for Brand. The dragon actually goes over to PR Runic, but at the cost of 4 kills. Right? Double kill to Camille. And 1 kill goes over to Diaronic. So it's 3 for 6. The dragon goes over to Diaronic, but they lose 3 members in return.
Not sure whether it was worth it or not, but again, that is the Infernal Drake, and they were willing to pay the price for that. Again, the good thing for DR Unique is that not only they've got the dragon, but as of now, they have rotated towards the Rift Herald. So we might be seeing another fight happen, but this time it might be a 5v3 or a 5v4 situation. So I think skirmishers do have the advantage over here, and we might be seeing a fight break out very soon.
Yep, Camille goes in with the W, is able to get a lot of poke down with this thing, and Zed is actually trying to split push and get the first tower in the bottom lane. Phil is here to counter back and get some return damage and prevent the tower from being taken. But the Baron lane tower is under threat with Brand pushing in the wave. The Rift Herald has still not been started. Zed has not ulted the Ezreal, so they're being passive aggressive right now, and they're just dancing around the Rift Herald to see who gets there first. And the Rift Herald has finally been started. Lucifer already wasted his star on the Rift Herald, so that might be an issue because it comes down in I think 4 or 5 seconds. Ziggs is trying to poke and zone them off. Alistar has the disengage possible. He's going to go in. He goes in on the Fiora and disengages. Lost is trying to help him out. The dragon, meanwhile, Zed has already gotten the kill on the Ezreal. He's using backhand trying to kill the Fizz, but it's not going to happen, and they're able to escape. Diaronic gets the better of this fight. Smite takes down from the Camille and he gets the kill on the Ziggs, but the fight eventually goes down and the Rift Herald has been secured.
First turret destroyed.
Yes, they did. Yeah. No, actually, this turret might have been gotten stolen over here. But again, a good thing for DR Unique was that they managed to get a few kills from that fight. They did lose out on the Rift Herald, but again, they got the kills. So in terms of gold, they're still ahead. But again, skirmishers might use that Rift Herald very wisely from what I can feel.
Yep, I think Leona might have overextended quite a bit, but she's so HP. Okay, Zed gets the kill. He's ulted by the guy, but he escaped on such low HP. Ezreal jumps in and Arcane Shield helps him out. Someone is going to die. Another kill goes over to Brad, who is now 4-1 and 3. Pantheon ult coming in to disengage them and prevent the tower from being taken. And the Rift Herald is definitely not going to get this tower here. So another quick kills comes in. It's 8 to 10. I mean, kill in the Baron lane as well. My God, they're not leaving a single minute to farm. Everybody is just still hungry at this point. And the gold is literally even. The first tower went over to Zed, so Zed is pretty fed now. He's 4-4 and 0. While the mid-lane tower from both teams are live. The dragon is on the Ironic side, so I think they have a little bit of an edge here.
Oh my God! Over here we also saw Zed taking down Bishi on his Fiora, and we can see that the gold is really even right now, with the kill advantage being on the side of skirmishers. But I don't think that will be for too long, because Leona again has overextended and might pay the price for that. But does she? Yes, she does escape with a sliver of HP, but not before Brand starts taking down the other champions. I think Ziggs also got 1-for-1 trade, and that was amazing from DR Unique. And over here, we might be seeing one more kill go down in favor of DR Unique. So over here, they're literally changing the tide and making sure that they get even in terms of gold as well as in terms of kills. And I think Ziggs might be able to take down the top turret if Brand allows him to. Oh my god, that was an amazing poke by Ziggs. But I don't think he will be able to confirm the kill. But I think he might be able to get the turret down.
I think one more Airy proc would have actually killed him there, but the Airy was already used. Started with Cloud Dragon, Riven and Pantheon. Excuse me, will be melting it. It's just 2900 HP. Camille is here to get the steal, but the Alistar is here to disengage. 2000 HP, 1700 SP, Lalt has given 600 SP. Stall comes, the dragon has been stolen by the Camille from the Riven. Leona is sticking down on very low SP. Leona ult stuns both the Lucifer and the Panther. I mean, same person, but Rampage comes on Brands. The AoE damage has helped out a lot in the front line. Ziggs is back here to do a lot of poke, but I think at this point, DR has already lost the fight, and the tower goes over to skirmishes.
Yes, that was. But again, before the fight ended, Ziggs actually, used his ultimate, and that was a really good ultimate from Ziggs. I was hoping that he could have got a couple of kills over there just for the perfection of that ult, but that wasn't to be. Again, skirmishers are showing that they have a better macro because they've got more kills, they've got a turret down as well. But again, turrets have been exchanged on either side of the, both the teams have got even turrets. But again, more kills to skirmishers right now. And we are seeing a Riven versus a Fiora competition on the top inside. But Vanquisher is coming in to help out. And I think we might be seeing a fight happen on the top side of turret. Camille does go in right now. And I think they will be able to take down Zed over there. Ezreal comes in to help out. And Frosty might be in a spot of bother. But I think they've, dived a bit too deep. Pantheon does come in to help out. Ezreal in the meantime gets a kill. And I think it's an all-out fight right now. A beautiful ultimate from Ziggs and takes down Leona with it. Oh my god. Fights after fights again.
Look at that damage from Brand. He felt it so hard, and the Ezreal Fox in the final kills the Ziggs. Brand's Leandry is sitting down on this Pantheon as well. And, he's escaping on very low HP. So the Rift Herald has been started. Sorry to interrupt there, but 2500 HP, 1000 HP, and the Rift has been secured by Lost.
Right. Oh my god, what fights are going on? I mean, literally, this is the flag end of the tournament, and they are making sure that they make it the best tournament that we've ever seen in Wild Rift India. And I think fights after fights, it's just showing the quality of both the teams that they're having right now.
Yes. Talk to me about the items, right? Both these, a lot of items. Brand is at 6, 1, and 5, and at this point, he's going to be as useful, if not more than the Ziggs, who has not completed his second item, right?
Right. I definitely love the build that Brand is going for. That Leandries on top of Ludens will make a lot of burn effect, and that poke damage and area damage that Ludens will be doing, along with the burn that Leandries causes. I think the build is really good for Brand. But again, Ziggs towards the late game when he gets his second or the third item will cause a lot of trouble.
Yep, they have a fight here. Leona was melted a lot by the Ziggs, and they're going for the engage. The Ezreal barrier to help himself out. The loss is blows the in a second. The Ezreal ult and Camille W eliminate both the Pantheon and the Alistar, and they get the 2 kills in the mid lane as well. Ezreal is actually doing a lot of stuff at this point with the Iceborne Gauntlet, the Mortal Reminder is melting through the front line of the enemy. So
I mean, Pantheon got vaporized over there. I mean, I was expecting him to just get away after his GA pop, but he did not have that second to do that. The moment he got revived, he literally got bursted down with that Ezreal ultimate and Camille's true damage. So that was really amazing. And we are seeing that the next dragon that will be spawning will be the Mountain Drake. So that means that the last drake that will be coming up will be the Elder Ocean Dragon. So again, this dragon, what do you reckon, Stark? Which team has the advantage?
I think right now the Brand's damage is just too much, right? Alistar is doing a lot of. He single-handedly takes down Kayle to half HP. But the damage output and the gold conversion from Zed, which was actually supposed to happen, did not, so Brand is left alone to do, his own damage while Zed is split pushing. So I think if Brand gets the ult off on at least 2 members, they're going to suffer a lot. So I think
Right.
Zed is trying to get flank here. Dragon Circuit 7 skirmishes have already started. Lost goes in on the Ziggs and is able to get a lot of damage before Alistar disengages him and throws him out of his own ult. Brand is doing the damage, but Zed is not able to do anything. Zonya puts down twice ult from the Ziggs and is able to kill Gale, but the Summoner is there to turn. Ziggs gets the double kill. Yona is there. The Camille is there to get the steal, but is forced to disengage. Rishi is there to help out, but the Riven is there as well. Sun lands on Rishi. Lost is on very low HP. The Riven is photo belting in to help the day, but the Brand is able to. He's trying to jump in a little too hard and is immediately killed out. Fiora trying to help. Okay, the steal. The steal. Camille on 1 HP comes in and steals in his Zonya. The dragon, and there was a wonderful outplay done by Lost, and he's able to disengage away to safety. Midland Tower still alive. My God, what is happening in this match?
I swear, this is probably one of the best matches that I've seen. And again, Loss is doing more than what he is expected to. And not just that, he might be able to take down Frosty. That's exactly what he does. I mean, that play with his, steal over there. Though, the game showed that the dragon has been slayed, but we all know it was a dragon that was stolen by Lost. And what an amazing gameplay he's showing right now. He is literally carrying the team alongside Brand and Kale. That is some really amazing gameplay.
Yep, and even when he was so low and it just smites the Raptors and comes back in to get kill on Frosty with the Ezreal ult, they're being so proactive and preventing Alistar, from tanking and being the carry in the team fight as an engage, right? So they're doing so much, and Brand at this point is already going to be finishing his Labrador. Fiora has been engaged on by Alistar. Alistar does not pop his ult, but at this point, I think they're just going to take too much poke from the enemy.
Yes. Keeping in mind that the gold lead has expanded to about 10k now, and there's not much that DR Unit can do than wait for the Elder Dragon to spawn, and they might be able to just win the fight. But again, a fight has broken down right now. Camille has gone and taken down Ziggs. Firstly, and then I think now Riven is going in. Not too sure what they'll be able to do with that, but again, one after another, kills are going down. Riven does take down Brand, and in the meantime, Ezreal got the kill for Alistar. So again, good exchanges we are seeing, but in the mid lane, we are seeing that Frosty will be going down. So Bishi taking down Frosty over here, and again, not too good from DR Unique. They lost too many members over there, and I think they might even lose the inhibitor turret over here.
Yep, the fight being split up very well by skirmishes, preventing the damage, the CC from Alistar, and Alistar, they're separating Alistar completely and engaging on the backside. That's the beauty of Camille Fish in this situation. Every time he's just going on the Ziggs and engaging. So they are able to split up the team and get the win in the fight. So starting the Baron now, Pantheon and Ziggs are the only 2 members left. Ziggs ult maybe there to help out. The Zed is ult to Leona, but doesn't kill him. Camille ult to Zed again. Pantheon ult is coming in at full force to maybe get some kills back in return and push up the Baron from one of the members. But Ezreal is able to kill him. Ziggs might be able to get the kill with the Ignite and is able to do so. Frosty is here as well on the Lost, gets the kill on the Leona. He's able to get another kill in return. Alistar is jumping single-handedly in the backline, preventing both the ADC and Brand from doing, but the anti-damage is just too much for the cow, and he is being cooked.
Right, that was a really good fight, and again, oh my god, and Ezreal with that really nice play takes down Ziggs, which was a lone survival that dealt a lot of damage. Ziggs is definitely trying his level best, but again, when you have Brand that's so fed, when you have Ezreal along with the Baron buff, it's very difficult to counter. Though DR Unique are still trying, so to give them credit for that, but again, the Elder Drake is spawning in about 20 seconds, and I'm not too sure if they're in the best spot to even contest it, but they have to, because this is the last chance for DR Unique to make a comeback, and if they lose out on this, probably it's better to just GG.
Yep, at this point, they have secured two dragons. They don't have the Infernal, which Diaronic was able to secure. But at this point, they're just receiving too much poke from the Ezreal and Brand and preventing them from doing the damage. Like, Alistar always is being split up from his team, and there's no follow up from Zed, which actually had a lot of damage in the early game. So let's see what is going to happen. The dragon's already at 9 HP. We're waiting to get a fight here. Ezreal, look at the poke coming out. The last immediately goes in the Riven. The ult has been used, and they get the Baron laner here. So it's already made a 4-5 issue is disengaging and preventing them from joining the fight. Pantheon ult comes in to get a Hail Mary steal. The redemption comes in. The third skill is there to help. Oh, steal! Pantheon is able to steal the dragon. That is something that they can look forward to. But I think the dragon is the last thing they wanted on their mind at this time. Alistar Troy is still trying to help out. The Ocean Elder is definitely helping him, but 4 members have died from the Diaronic. They're able to get the steal, they're able to get the Ocean, but at what cost? The game actually might be over with the damage. The death timer is at 25 seconds. Zed is the only one maybe able to disengage here, and
very Though Frosty is coming in about 1 second now, he might be able to save the day for Diaronic, but it'll be really interesting to see if they can actually manage to just hold out their own for another 5 or 10 minutes, because that is when you'll start to even out with the Elder Drake. But again, Frosty trying his level best to get another kill, but that wasn't to be. Vishy with his Fiora manages to just get away using a lunge and everything, and easily get out of harm's way. So it will be really interesting now, Stark, with the Elder Drake, and that to an Elder Ocean Drake will help them a lot to make a comeback, possibly a comeback, because now that the Baron is spawning about 15 seconds and Lost is still down. He will take about 10 seconds to respawn, and then we might be seeing another fight happen at the Baron Nashor.
Yep, the Ocean Drake definitely helped them out in the last stages of the game, right? They have the Infernal and they have the Ocean Soul. Out of the healing from the poke of the Ezreal, but they seem to be engaging completely on Lucifer. Lucifer is able to make his way out using the ult, but the Ezreal ult might be able to snipe him here. He's not going to be able to walk for the Baron because he's in base right now, so the Baron will be freely going over this skirmisher. Frosty trying to get a lot of damage here. He gets ulted from the Brand. He goes in. Alistar is also going in, but the Brand damage is already taken down. Alistar doing so much here. Zigzag comes, massive ulti, pops 2 DS instantly. Brand is on 1 HP, but the Sunfire damage ticks down and kills the Brand. The main damage dealer is gone. Ziggs is there, to do the damage. Okay, he teaches the Ezreal. Don't they get the kill? This seems to be a turnaround, for Diaronic. They must is pushing down in the mid lane. Super minions trying to end the match here. Recall will be coming out from Ziggs, but will he have enough wave clear to prevent him from taking the Nexus? The Nexus is already at 2500 HP. Camille ults the Ziggs. The Nexus is already hitting them down, so Camille is actually dead. Pantheon has respawned. He has the GA, so the Baron might be there for Diaronic to secure. Now that Lost is on 45-second death timer, he's ulting in to the Baron pit. Yash is there to disengage, prevent them from taking the Baron. They might be able to get it here, and provided they have enough damage, they might be able to do a turnaround. I think the days of Diaronic to win this match is definitely back up with the Elder Dragons.
Oh my god, I can see the chat going wild. They are saying it's a throw from skirmishers, and it might actually be a throw, because Diaronic not only got the Elder Drake, but they've also managed to get the Baron Nashor, and now we might be seeing a 1-3-1 split from Diaronic. They'll probably want to get at least one inhibitor down to cause some sort of a respite for them, because right now the pressure that's coming in with the poke, with the super minions from the mid lane is causing a lot of trouble. And it will be really interesting to see what Diaronic does now, because again, against Brand and Ezreal, it's very difficult to take down turrets, but you have Ziggs with yourself. So again, poke versus poke matchup, and we are seeing a 1-3-1 split right now. We are seeing Zed right now in the bottom lane, probably might even push out and take at least one turret down. In the mid lane, we are seeing Alistar soak up a lot of damage, and Ziggs doing that insane poke. Very interesting matchup right now. What do you reckon, Zach?
Meanwhile, they've already gone in here. kill, so turning around the pace of the fight. Now Alistair is tanking a lot, but he doesn't have any follow-up. Frosty is coming in from the side to get a flank, but Alistair already got a kill. Frosty's flank is insane, gets the kill and gets a double kill here. Fiora is going to escape on low HP. I think the Tides have turned in DR Runic's favor as they eliminate four members on the side of skirmishers and are walking up with the Baron to get three inhibitors against just Bishi. Bishi is able to, maybe secure and prevent them, but the Z is getting a kill, gets the GA on Bishi. I think Pantheon is just going to end the game. And DR Runic with the insane steal from Lucifer Gaming are able to turn around and get a comeback and get the win in this BO5.
This is definitely what we weren't expecting. Though Frosty was literally lagging the entire match, but again, that insane sideline skirmish that took place because of Frosty turned the tide completely. They were losing the last fight, but again, that insane play from Frosty changed everything. And with that, they've managed to get the second game under their belt. And GG's to DR Unix. They changed the tide. They won the second match, and now the game is tied 1-1.
Yep, you can see the most damage obviously in the game will be from this because surprise, AoE ult and a lot of poke, but there was a lot of try coming in from kill, and so much poke was being dealt from both the Lost and Ezreal, and actually Lost did more damage from the than the brand. So I think it was a very well played game from both teams, and the tide was still in favor of skirmishers for most of the game. But in the end, Scummoner may have been the MVP because he kept going in the front line, and he did so much damage, just prevented Brand and Ezreal in the last two fights from joining in. He actually did 33,000 damage. That is more. This is second most damage in the game as a support player. So wow. The cow worked out and was able to beat the the cook of the Brand. He burned the fire that was trying to cook him. Right. He was able to get the kill. My God, 33,000 damage on Alistair is something you've seen in a long time.
Yeah, definitely. And again, the skirmishers were dominating the game over and over again. But towards the end, they literally threw the game. And will be really interesting to see how they make a comeback from here with the third game starting in just about a minute. So stay tuned for the third game as well.
It's going to be really fun to see. I think, to be honest, a beef ban is in order. Please ban the Alistair.
Yes, I mean now you literally have to ban Alistair because you have seen how Summoner YT can actually change the entire game with just his brilliance on Alistair. Yes, you did take an anti-Alistair comp with you, but it did work out well in the first game, but not so much in the second game. Well, I would say to the to skirmishers that they did really well towards the early and the mid stages of the game, but towards the end, I mean, yeah, they lost it.
Yep. It's really fun to see that they did everything to prevent this from doing damage, but in the end, he was just able to do more damage from his entire team, apart from the Ziggs. And I don't think other than Ziggs, if he had picked something else, I think Alistair would have had the most damage. It is so weird to see Alistair doing the second most damage in the team. Dude.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, he even got a double kill over there. So again, would have loved to see a Alistair pentakill, but I think that is just my fantasy. So would never see it happen. I hope I never see it happen.
My God, dude, this Sunfire support strategy, Summoner of 5 man. We are just waiting for PC who's left, Prophet to come back in, and we will be back soon for Game 3. Baba? Yeah. Okay, we're back with game 3. It's 1-1. What a match that was. Holy cow is the reaction from the chat. And let's see whether they're actually going to ban out Alistar from this match. What are your thoughts?
Oh yeah, definitely. I would love to see. I mean, for their own sake, I hope they ban Alistair after that match, and I hope what a potential they know what a potential Alistair holds when he starts tanking. But again, right now we are seeing the probable bans coming in that we saw in the first two games. Akali, Galio might even see Ziggs getting banned because of the amount of damage that Ziggs dealt, and especially those beautiful ultimates that were landed with Ziggs. We might see a Ziggs ban as well coming in very shortly.
Yep, they actually banned Zed last match as it gave them a bit of trouble in the early game, and he actually split pushed, which was something I mentioned, right? He was not coming for the team fights and he was not able to turn around. But he was the one who saved the game, getting a double kill when they were pushing with the inhibitors, right? So maybe it's going to be something they are afraid of, but this leaves Ziggs, this leaves Leona and Alistar open for Summoner, and unless they ban it in this one pick, they're still going to leave one open and for the Ironic to pick up.
Yep, let's hope that the last ban is either Mastery or Alistair, because both of these champions are going to give skirmishers a lot of trouble. Okay, Ziggs getting banned, fair choice from their side, but that means that both Mastery and Alistair can be picked. So it will be really interesting to see whether they go in for either of these two picks, because again, they are comfortable picks for both Lucifer Gaming as well as Summoner YT. So let's see what DR Unique will be going in for, because again they have got the momentum after the last game's victory. So it will be really interesting to see.
I think they're just going to lock in Leona or Alistair to prevent some of the picks. So they can obviously fight against the Fizz pick or the Mastery pick with a lot of CC, which this pick will provide. So let's see. Maybe Vanquisher is not feeling the Leona and wants to go in for the Alistair. Let's see. Thresh, I think, will be the best pick here for him.
As you predicted.
They picked the cow himself. No cow for Alistair. No cow for Summoner.
So probably if you can't ban Alistair, then it's best to pick him. That way his update does not get to play it. So kudos to skirmishers for taking that Alistair out of their hand, out of DR Unix hand, and getting it on their side. Again, so it'll be I think cross matchup we'll be seeing. Like last time it was Leona being played by skirmishers. Now this time DR Unique will be playing Leona as compared to Alistair. So what do you reckon? Alistair versus Leona, which matchup would have more advantage?
Here's the thing, right? Summoner has most games on Leona, and when he doesn't get Leona, he plays Alistair. He builds the same, right? He goes for Sunfire on Bobby Stamps, and then he goes for Ziggs. So I think he's going to have more fun this game. I think definitely skirmishers should be on a lookout, but the Alistair ult can help in the disengage maybe. So Vanquisher is not very comfortable on his champ as far as I remember, but it's actually a support picks on Thresh would have been better in my opinion and banning the Alistair, but they've already locked in now, can't do anything. Bishi goes in for the Fiora again, and the ADC has picked up the Zaya on the side of DR Unique. Let's see what goes in for.
Right. So I think Zaya pick again a very good one with a lot of engage coming in with both Alistair and Fiora. It'll be really helpful the Zaya ultimate to get out of the way. And are we seeing Soraka getting picked over here? I surely don't think so. But let's see what the next pick will be from DR Unique because I think Kale has gone in for Corki. I mean, for Kale it has been picked. But let's see what DR Unique will be going in as the third pick. It's a Renekton for Frosty. So as we were discussing last game as well, his Renekton is really good. So again, we'll be seeing a Renekton versus a Fiora. Frosty trying to show his champ pool over here on the big stage. Let's see if it works out or not.
Yeah, usually what happens with skirmishers is Bishi either get completely dominating the lane or he already gets the lane. But this match, these two matches, we've seen that Frosty has actually held his end and not let Bishi run him over. So very well played from Frosty's side, right? And like you said, Frosty has been known to play very good Renekton. So maybe he has had experience against this Fiora and maybe getting a little bit of anti-heal in the early game will help him out to win this lane and actually make a difference here. Prophet is not very comfortable in the mid lane, I think, which is having a little bit of an impact, right? But he's playing so well, even though he is not, in the mid lane player, he played Ari so well in the first game, and he played Brand also extremely well. But I think main defense will be coming out again this time in the bottom lane.
Right, right. All right, so we are seeing Fizz being picked right now. So a lot of variety coming in from DR Unique this time. They've got a tank, they've got a bruiser. Now they've even taken an assassin. So I think that only leaves a second tank to be picked from DR Unique, which will probably be in the jungle right now. But on the side of skirmishers, we are seeing Wukong getting picked, and alongside that, we are seeing Lucian as well being picked. So probably Lucian or Corki, they both can fit in the mid lane, but probably Corki will be played in the mid lane and Lucian being played in the bottom lane. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I feel Corki, KK plays Corki extremely well. I think he can handle the mid lane against the Fizz, to be honest. But, okay, Graves, I'm very excited to see this Graves because I love Graves. Just click it. It's a very good pick into this composition because he has a lot of AD damage prevention from his third ability, and
Mm-hmm.
the entire composition again from the
Exactly.
side of skirmishers is AD, right? So
Mhm.
good disengage coming out, balanced comps from both sides. The Alistair pick, let's see whether it's going to help out as much as it helped out for DR Runic. But this is match 3. It's 1-for-1 for those who didn't come for the first 2 games. It's going to be a hell of a match.
Yes, so mind you, if you still haven't liked the stream, please do, and also subscribe to Level Up Gaming because this tournament is really going well. It's a BO5 right now, and we are in game 3 with the score being 1-all. And frankly, Stark, I feel that this time DR Unique has a better draft as compared to Skirmishers, which again, Skirmishers had the better draft in the first 2 games, but this time I feel DR Unique might have the edge over here.
Yep. So let's see. Diaronic has the edge. They have the momentum last game, like you mentioned. But this time, early game is solidly on their side compared to from the side of skirmishers. Right? They have a lot of CC as well. So Graves will definitely be winning against Wukong in this early fights. Right? Fizz and Graves will do a lot more damage compared to either Corki or Lucian and Wukong. So let's see what's going to happen because mid jungle duo really decides the early stages of the game.
Right. And I think both the comps have equal amount of scaling champions as well. You are seeing Zaya being picked on one side, and you're seeing Corki and Lucian, not Lucian particularly, Corki being picked on the other side. That scales up really well. So I think it's a even matchup. But again, the X factor goes to DR Unique. Let's see if they can make justice to the drafting or not.
Yep. It's reverse. The Engineers have Alistar versus Leona before it was on the different side. So it's actually being Lucian playing mid from Prophet itself, and ADC is going to be played by Kale. So not much of a change happening there. They're sticking to their picks, but level. Oh, what? I think it's going to be a remake.
Oh, that's sad. I mean, I was just wondering when this problem will occur because this is a very recurring problem that we've seen so far in the Indian lobbies, especially in the in the tournament drafts that we've played over this entire tournament. The lobbies getting made multiple times because of the ping issues, and I was just wondering how can a game go smoothly? How can a match go smoothly and not being remade? Don't worry, guys. We will be back with the third match very soon. Again, this time it will be a blind pick. We have got the bands and the picks in place, so a job over here.
Yep. Renekton versus Fiora, Baron lane. What do you feel, man? Will be? I think it's a skill matchup, but level 3 damage. Renekton definitely has the edge.
Oh yeah, definitely. I will give the edge to Renekton over here. Purely Renekton versus Fiora, not Bishi versus Frosty, because then again we all know how lethal Bishi can be when once he gets the momentum and when once he starts dominating and he's in his element. But let's see. I do feel that Renekton would have the advantage over here.
Yeah, and going in for the blind pick, we'll be picking up very soon. And let's see. I think it's going to be a fun matchup. Both these teams are picking the comfort. Alistair 2 times in a row from somewhere, and this time they've not allowed him. Fiora is picking 3 times. Fiora. I mean, Bishi has played Fiora all these matches, and something new has been picked up this time from Renekton.
Right.
So I think it's going to be fun to watch.
So you don't ban Fiora, then you are just literally asking for trouble. Like in the first match as well, in the second match also, Fiora caused a lot of trouble. So probably they should have banned Fiora, but I don't think that taking Bishi's Fiora as a threat so far. And I think Bishi too will have a point to prove in this match.
Look at Corky, dude, so cute, ball, chota bacha.
Oh god. I mean, all these Yodels are super cute. I think we all can agree to that. Apart from Fizz, me. Yeah, apart from Fizz, I don't like Fizz.
Wait till you see Kled, bro. Wait till you see Kled. Oh my god, that is very, very annoying guy, dude. All these yodels, are magic, save nature, and, we want to be with magic. And this Kled is just like, erase culture, fight, kill, destroy.
That is voice lines that he uses in. Oh god. I mean, that's literally, very menacing.
He's a genocidal yodel.
Oh god. I mean, these yodels can't be trusted, to be honest. They are very destructive. That's what I've seen in the lore.
Yeah. You're just parroting the lines of Twisted. Twisted Fate and Brave, catch the yodels. We saw in the cinematic, right? But level 1 fights have begun. They're going in on Summoner already. Takes down the Ignite. Both the supports have taken a lot of damage. But they're just disengaging for now. And both junglers will be going for the red buff.
Yeah, so again, very interesting to see Lucian versus Fizz right now in the mid lane. I would have really wanted to see Corki, being played in the mid lane and Lucian in the bot lane. But I think they must have thought of something that, would, because I think both these champions, Lucian as well as Corki, they are high on mobility. So against a Fizz, that would come in advantage. And right now we are seeing a Prophet burst down Fizz to the last HP. And Fizz was really, lucky to survive over there.
Meanwhile, Baron lane fight also happens. Both level 2 and pop, the stuns pops, and both go back to return and get their honey fruits. So a very early game aggression coming in. Lucian still going in on the Fizz, and now Graves is there to help him out. So flash burn from the Lucian as well. So mid and Baron has been seeing a lot of action already. And hopefully it translates over to the bot lane as well.
Right. And towards the bottom lane, we are seeing that a lot of folk is being dealt by Corki right now. And I think... Sorry
for interrupting. He just goes in level 3. Some kill, but one more. Okay, will it with the red buff kill the Renekton? It doesn't kill him. He escapes on literally half an HP. My god, so much action, man. The Renekton level 3 definitely, proved his point and gets the kill already.
True. I mean, a lot of engages. We're seeing these two teams are here to prove a point right now, and they are literally, going at it. They're being super aggressive and making sure that they do not even give the other team an inch of advantage, and that's exactly what we have been seeing from the second game onwards. Again, over here, we saw the first kill go to DR Unique. Let's see if they can keep up the pressure or not.
Yep. Bishi is now freezing lane and get level, but Frosty has actually come back with a little bit of an item. He's got the Vampire Acceptor, so he has an advantage. Lost his the ward, does not realize it, and the Lucian the Lucian emote comes in to show him that it's actually was it. But mid lane, I think after level 5, Fizz will be able to do some damage with the ultimate season, and he gets level 5 as well. So both teams are reaching level 5, and fights have literally slowed down a little after the first fight. So this is taking it more carefully, analyzing and fighting, and this is pretty good, right?
Yes, of course. Both the teams are being very cautious right now, even though the bush has been warded right now. But Renekton is making sure that he is in limits and not overextending right now, because Lost will make him pay for that, and that's exactly what they're trying to do right now. Lost going in, but not getting that kill, and I think that was a very good play from Frosty. He was within his limit with the turret and managed to just get back in time and make sure that he does not exchange the kill advantage that he has got so far.
Yep, Renekton trying to get back some fights here. Meanwhile, they actually went in on the Alistar. Alistar engaged upon him, so he was forced to recall. And a lot of damage coming in. The CC from the roots coming in from the side also helping a lot. So, first Dragon, 25 seconds, Infernal, both teams are going to be there, but Wood is going to have a slight advantage.
I definitely feel if Renekton rotates to that fight before Fiora, He will and almost we saw Prophet get the kill over there. Fizz again with a sliver of HP returns back to his base, but I don't think he will be making it in time for this dragon fight if the blue team manages to start it.
Yep,
But we're
okay. Yeah. With the Corki package, I think definitely Skirmishers will have an advantage. But Fizz has not died throughout the laning phase, which is really good. The Dragon has already been started. Corki is here to help out at 2,800 HP. Fizz is coming to help out as well. Corki is coming with the package 1,200. Will it be too late? Wukong dashes in to get the steal, but the Zaya has already gotten the Dragon. The package has been used. The fight is coming in lane. He lands on the Wukong, gets the kill with the Lich Bane. Fight has happened on two fronts. Wukong is already dead. Fizz is trying to get some damage on Lucian, and the Ignite does not take him down. So 3 kills goes on from the side of Skirmishers. They lose the Dragon, but they get 3 kills in the 3 kills to the 1 kill which Runic gets.
Right. So again, because of just getting those extra kills, Skirmishers managed to get a gold advantage over there. They're now ahead by 1.5k gold, and I think they will be having an advantage in this Rift Herald fight as well. Because with I think their ultimates are still intact right now. You can see Wukong, Fiora both having their ultimates. So it will be really interesting to see.
Yep, Summoner already has gone in on the Corki and his disengaging. He lost is in a bit of a pickle, but the ult has been used. Fiora is going in on the red and is doing a lot of damage. He'll be able to get the kill here. Wukong, second part of the ult, knocks up Summoner as well. Leona using his ult, but it's too late, and Leona as well. So 2 more kills going on to Skirmishers, and they will be getting the Rift Herald as well, unless Fizz and Zaya fight for it, but it seems like they're not doing it. So both, they might have gotten the Infernal Dragon, but the Rift Herald goes to Skirmishers, with the kills going in favor of Skirmishers as well.
Yes, of course. Again, not a very smart move from DR Unique. That is exactly what we have seen in the first 2 games as well. They're always behind when it comes to the macro part, because they not only gave the kills over there, they also gave the Rift Herald. Probably would have been best to just let go of the Rift Herald and possibly try and dive Corki in the bot lane, or in fact try and take the bottom lane turret or something like that. They could have tried to do something different, but they played it in the hands of Skirmishers, and now they are at a disadvantage of 3k gold, and that's just in the first 6 minutes of the game.
Yep, they're doing so much. Skirmishers are not leaving a slight inch for them also after losing the Infernal Dragon, and they lost the mid lane tower, which is the tower that you hold on. Like, they held it to a lot last game, but this game they're not able to do so. I think Prophet switching over from AP damage dealers to ADC, the ADC champion in the middle lane really helped out Skirmishers compared to the last time, and this means that with a solid lead of 3,000, Skirmishers are looking to close out this game very, very fast.
Right. And over here we are seeing Vanquisher use his D ward to perfection. He got rid of 2 to 3 wards over there, and now I think Remington is also going down. They are literally toying with them at this point. They're just showing how good they are macro wise, but I think they've left the mid turret wide open for Lucifer Gaming to take advantage of. Probably not the best move, but I don't think that will cause them too much.
Yep, Graves has been silently farming up, right? But at this point, Lucifer really escaped. He went solo and he tries to get the honey. Pick is actually helping them a lot this time. The cow seems to be the winning champion here, and double kill goes over to Fiora. Vanquish is able to knock up and knock out Graves from getting the mid lane tower.
I feel they're losing the plot over here. DR Unique, instead of being aggressive, they're being overly aggressive, and that's just not helping the cause. They are losing turret after turret, kills after kills, and I think the tier 2 turret in the mid lane might also go down. No, it just is about say 1200 HP or so, but the next dragon that is spawning in will make a lot of difference. It's the Ocean Dragon, and with 2 ADCs on your side, Skirmishers will definitely be forcing it, and also they have got the Corki package. So again, another motive to go in for the dragon.
Yeah, both teams have double ADC, right, with the Graves and Zion, but I think Graves and Zion will take more time to scale compared to the Lucian and the Corki. Have already gotten kills. The Corki has 203 completed his Manamune, is not converted to Muramura yet, but the Lucian has gotten the Infinity Edge and is slowly working his way to a Solari charge. The dragon has been started already by the side of Skirmishers, and Graves and Leona unsuccessfully trying to get away into the dragon's 1,000 HP, and the dragon has been secured by Skirmishers.
Yeah, so I think we are seeing a bit of smart play being done by DR Unique right now. They could have actually taken down the top turret, but I think it's best for them if they don't give out any more kills and just try and stay in the game for as long as possible. But in the bottom lane, we are seeing another fight break out.
Yep, they're able to use the ult, but the package goes in down as well, getting a lot of kill. Lucifer trying to unsuccessfully hide behind 900 HP tower, but they might have overextended quite a bit. Graves gets a kill, Renekton gets a kill, and Graves gets another kill on the Alistar. Leona is doing a lot of damage going in on Wukong, under the tower. They might be able to execute the dive, but the Honeypot is there to clear. Or meanwhile, on the Baron side, Fizz gets a kill on, Fiora gets a kill on Fizz in my time playing Fizz. So I think trades happening on both sides. They don't get the third tower of the game which they wanted, but they get a little bit of gold back in their pocket.
Definitely, but over here Bishi was smart enough to push the bottom side from the top side and get around 2.5 plates from the tier 2 turret. So they are playing it very safe and very smartly as well, and that is actually what is causing a lot of trouble to DR Unique. As of now, they are behind by 7k gold, and again this lead is just going to increase with the scaling comp that skirmishers have. And with the second objective being secured, I think they might even open the inhibitor for that sake.
Yeah. The total difference you can see in the gold is mainly coming out from the towers, right? They've gotten so much plates and they've used the split pushing tactic, to prevent them from having another kill goes in. Graves in a little bit between the insect takes down and the kill goes on to the Lucian. Leona is stuck in the middle of the fight and will be soon dying with the damage that is coming out. Prophet does not get the kill, and he escapes on very low HP, but the Rift Herald has been popped and it is going to take down the second tower in the middle lane. Renekton trying to go in on the Alistar. Alistar knocks him up and throws him out of the fight. Renekton is supposed to flash out. Prophet coming back with the red buff. They are just invading and taking everything from the Ironic right now.
Yeah, and not just that, I think the bottom turret has also been taken down, and I think they will be forcing a fight anytime soon because they know they are in the advantage. They know that they have the gold lead, they have the item lead as well. So it just makes sense to go in all out right now because they've punished them enough. I think it's time to put an end to their misery as of now.
Yep, a very clean precision macro coming out from skirmishers, right? They get another tower in return, so there are 4 towers now to the 0 towers that DR Runic have, right? And it's a lot of standing gold left for DR Runic, right? Until they're getting the towers which they have whittled down to half of HPs, right? They are not going to get back into the game because that's the only gold they can secure now. The jungles have been taken over by skirmishers, and they don't have any avenues to clean up and get back in the game.
But I feel it's very difficult right now for DR Unique to make a comeback because they've lost a lot of turrets and they're behind by a lot, and now they're just giving a lot of invitation to skirmishers to just take those fights in the jungles where they're not exactly expecting them to be. And over here we can see Vanquisher overextending a bit too much, but I'm not too sure if that will cause them any sort of trouble.
Yep, going in, Fiora is on the Renekton, and the Alistar knock up a lot and gets them still there. Graves gets a turret on the other side, but the Wukong ult is there. They're diving into the Nexus. The GA pops down and they are aiming to get his bottom lane inhibitors. Leona gets the kill on the Wukong, but he jumps in a little too far. This match has gone so in favor of skirmishers that it's just appalling to see the gold lead, right? 49,000 to 38, 10,000 gold lead already at 12 minutes. Graves has become a split pusher. The jungler is doing split push. It means that it was not something that should be happening. There's a little bit of gold back in his pocket, but the dragon has already been started by skirmishers and they will be getting it before Graves can even enter into the match.
Right, exactly what we expected. We were expecting the skirmishers to take a fight right now, and they literally forced out a fight within the Nexus, and in fact won that fight as well. And not just that, they even got the dragon and a mountain dragon that will help Alistar a lot. It will make him much more tankier. It will make Fiora tankier. I mean, now it's just their game to lose. Like in the last game, they threw it. Hopefully, skirmishers can hold on to their nerves, make sure that they don't throw, and I think we will be seeing a fight right now happen very soon.
The hidden cow is not able to escape. He's getting a little bit melted. The Leona is actually, I think again Leona will be damaging him, but he is able to disengage away, and they're getting a river priority for the Baron.
So yeah, the next fight that we might be seeing will be at the Baron Nashor, and they're clearing out all the vision so that the red team comes in without any vision, without expecting anything from the blue side. So it'll be really interesting to see what the tactics are for DR Unique to make a comeback from here, because they have the Infernal Drake, they have got 2 turrets as compared to 6 turrets. So again, it's a catch-up job that they're doing right now. And Alistair, we can just see that he's roaming around, trying to catch people off guard. But without Corki or Lucian, I don't think he'll be getting the damage that he's expecting to see.
Yep, Alistair may be in a bit of a pickle. Excuse me, they're doing the damage here, but they are engaging a Corki package comes in and throws Zaya out of the fight. Ult is being used. Vanquisher diving on the backline, doing a lot of damage. Corki is in the backline as well. Unstoppable for Lucian, and I think they're just going to be melting the entire DR Unique here. Excuse me, Leona is the last one to survive in the fight, and Renekton is the last person to defend. I think they're just going to end up taking both the inhibitors, the Baron, and the mid lane, and this should be the end of game 3 happening very, very soon.
Yep, even though they got the comfort picks over here, but again, Skirmish is just showing their class right now. Even though they got outplayed during the end of the last game, but they made a very, very strong comeback. Probably a statement move over here, like taking down the Nexus within 15 minutes is something to reckon with. And that's exactly how it ends. The game 3 goes to Skirmishers with the score being 2-1 in favor of Skirmishers.
Yep, very well played. And this time they did not leave DR Unique to even enter the game. From the first minute, they have been doing a lot of damage. And this time, they have gone ahead. It's best of 5. And 2-1 has already been secured. So we have one more match left, I think. No,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, if of course Skirmishers wins the next match, then definitely they will win the lower bracket finals and move on to the grand finale that we are having tomorrow against Punchlines. Again, as I said, Vishy had a point to prove, and that's exactly what he did. Got 7 kills as compared to his counterpart, who only managed to get 2 kills. So again, GG's and very well played from Skirmishers.
Yep, I'll be taking your leave. Thank you for casting with me, Nix, and thank you to Level Up Gaming, for doing all the background work for us. We'll be back with another caster and the next match very soon.
Thank you so much, Ak. It was a pleasure casting alongside you.
Yep.
All right, guys. So welcome back to the match 4 of lower bracket finals, day 11 of Wild Rift Resurgence series. My name is Gaming with Nix, and I am being joined by none other than Chief. Hi, Chief. Welcome.
Yeah, hey next, thanks for a very warm welcome. So what we are seeing today, after seeing the first three games, right, where we throw coming out with skirmishes in the second game. I mean,
Yeah.
we do. I mean, I of course I'm still rooting for skirmishes in this game, but then we can expect some new tricks up the sleeves from the Ionic as well. So after seeing the first three games, right, what are your thoughts about this entire series? Because this is the low bracket finals which you're watching.
Mm-hmm. Of course, yeah. This is something that I even mentioned when the stream started. That DR Unique again has had a good run. Like they won their first match in the upper bracket, then they fell off to the lower bracket. But ever since then, they've done really well, and that's exactly what they showed in the second match as well. That perseverance of coming back after being so much behind. But in the third game, it was a bit too much for them. I mean, skirmishers, everyone knows they're a very well experienced team, and they showed their class in the third, first, and even in the second game as well. So yeah, really hoping to see a great game, and we are seeing right now the meta bans being done from both the sides. Corki, Fiora, Darius, and on the other side we're seeing Galio, Ziggs, and even Akali getting banned.
I mean, yeah, this is the one thing which I always remember, right? TGT
Hmm.
always, I mean, of course, they're playing as commissioners right now, but then
Yeah.
all the players are basically TGT. TGT, every single game, right? They ban out the Akali. I mean, I don't know what beef they have with Akali, but then like I've noticed this like over the past like over 3 or 4 months, right? TGT always prefers banning Akali, and also like look at the other bans, right? Look at the bans coming at the blue side. Corki, Fiora, Darius, all of them were targeted bans. Kale for
Hmm.
Corki ban for Kale, Fiora ban for Bishi, Darius ban for Bishi. So I mean, they have done their homework. The blue side has done
Right.
the homework. The Ionic has done the
Right.
homework,
Right.
and I think pretty good in this game as well. Of course, this is a do or die for them because if they're going to be losing this out, they're going to be out of the series. So they are going to be giving the very best, and that's exactly what we're going to be looking at the picks as well. The Camille pick is going to be coming out, Akshat is going to be coming out, Alistair pick is going to be coming out. So this, see, when you already have three SS type picks, right, you can expect to win the game.
Right, exactly, exactly. So in the first 2 or 3 games, you were seeing that they were giving Bishi Fiora over and over again, and in the last game, he literally made them pay for that. He went 7-1, and that really, I think, deflated their confidence. So they want Bishi to be out of his comfort zone, even though he has a massive champion pool. But again, they do not want to see his Fiora or Darius in action. And on the side of DR Unique, we are again seeing Summoner Whitey going for his comfortable pick, that is of Alistair. So it will be really interesting to see how DR Unique manages to pull off this game, which is again, as you mentioned, it's a do or die game for them.
And the most important thing which you're forgetting to mention over here, Prophet is going to be playing his Vayne. And especially when you're going to be pairing Prophet's Vayne up with Lulu, right? And Vantasha being
Mhm.
amazing Lulu as well. I mean, Vayne can literally melt through Camille. She can melt through Alistair. So, I mean, it's all up to the Vayne, right? Because, I mean, Vayne versus Akshan, I mean, it's a very clear lane win for Vayne, especially paired up with Lulu.
Right. But I think over here, Kale will be going in with the Wayne pick. So will be
Okay,
really
sorry, it's not
interesting to
Prophet.
see. Yeah, so Prophet will be playing in the mid lane, but again, we saw something happen really exciting in the second game. That Prophet went in the bottom lane with Brand, and Kale was playing Ezreal in the mid lane. So again, a very interesting picks. They're showing that they're very flexible, very versatile with their picks, with their bans, everything. So will be really interesting to see what or who, which player actually goes in with which champion.
Yep. And with that being said, we are going to be finally done with the draft and the bans, right, in the second half of the second phase of the draft. Every single ban is a jungler ban. Racing being banned, Kha'Zix being banned, Pantheon being banned, and of course the Mastery being banned as well. We all know how good of a Mastery player Lucifer Gaming is, and he demolished TDT yesterday with his Mastery. So decent bans coming out on both sides. And now that like all the jungler picks have been banned out, right, we are going to be seeing a Rengar coming out. So what are your thoughts about this Rengar pick?
Rengar again a very good pick against these squishies. You can see 3 squishies right now on the right hand side. It's Vayne, it's Lulu, it's Ari. So I think Rengar can cause a lot of difference in this game. But again, you are seeing Prophet. Probably I think Prophet will be taking Ari and going to the mid lane. So Prophet has a really good roam. But will Lucifer Gaming allow him to roam that much? That is something we'll have to wait and watch for.
Yep, and like just as we were mentioning with Ari, we are going to be seeing the mid lane we picked up by the blue side as well. And DR Unique is going to be going in for the Annie pick in the mid lane. I mean, you do have a lot of other options open, right? I don't realize why you would be going for something like Annie, because Annie is what do you call a very specific pick, right? You don't need to be going
Mhm.
Annie unless you're like a one trick player on it. So I'm really excited to see what the comp like they are playing, right? Even look at Rengar over here, Annie on the balloons, or even Akshan, right? The most important pick
Mhm.
we should be looking out for is going to be Akshan, right? Because if Akshan can play the champion well, he can totally turn tides around, no matter how behind they are, right? Because passive is just
Right.
broken. So no matter, I
Mhm.
mean, Arvin goes in, Olaf goes in, even Vayne goes in, right? If Akshan just
True.
gets that one lucky reset on his ultimate, he revives in the entire team. And we might be
Exactly.
seeing the second game all over again.
True. In fact, this Akshan pick and the exact gameplay that you mentioned happened in the first game as well, where Bishi managed to get a triple kill, and then Akshan just cleared out Bishi and revived all those three players, and they ended up getting the dragon. But the very surprising thing for me is over here that they picked Annie after the Olaf was picked. So it does not make a lot of sense because Olaf with his ultimate does not get any CC, and Annie just revolves around that fourth or the fifth empowered attack that stuns enemies. So again, not sure what the strategy is from DR Unique, but I think they are going in with a plan right now. Let's see if they can execute it or not.
And also the amazing skin flex coming out by the PGT side, right? I mean, Ari with the KDA skin, Jarun with the Luna Neo skin, Olaf with the Pentakill skin, and most importantly, Vayne with, I'm not very sure, what skin is Vayne playing?
Yeah, I think they're just showing off their pockets that they have right now. A lot of skins being flexed, and I hope they can just end the match by just showcasing their amazing skins.
Yep, and let's see how this game is going to be turning out. Because I mean, from what the blue side is planning, they are planning for us to invade and like looking at the positions on the map right now, right? They might be
Hmm.
looking to catch the Vayne out, and they are going to be getting spotted. Spain is going to be spotting them out, and they are going to be going in for the invade, no matter nevertheless. So let's see if they can get a successful invade over here. Because Lucifer Gaming is on the blue buff, Akshan's there as well, along with Annie and Alistair. Jarvin does know because Vayne has given the information. Like, will we see Jarvin go in for the counter invade? I really want to see some counter juggling coming out from that side because the blue buff
Mhm.
has been taken away by Rengar.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what the thinking was from Lost, but I wish he too would have gone in for the blue buff and just made sure that he counter invades their jungle and at least gets a blue for blue. But that did not happen. But nonetheless, I think the game has just started and we have a lot on our hands. And let's see which comp do you reckon, Chief, will scale up better towards the late game, because you also have Annie on one side that really scales up with the champions with the items that she gets, and on the other side you're seeing Vayne being picked, which again is a late game hyper carry. So what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I definitely would. I mean, I like my personal preference would be on the blue side because unless until the Vayne can carry the game for them, I don't think that any other champion can play that for them, right? Because moving into the late game,
Mhm.
Jarvan is just going to be, I mean, a meat shield with absolutely no utility at all except for the engage option which he's going to be providing.
Mhm.
And also, not just that, right? Even Ari, unless he's not going to be the land charm, she's going to be practically useless as well. But Maiden on the blue side, right? You do have Annie, who is going to be like just scaling up extremely hard in late game. The one shot potential with
Mhm.
Annie brings along, right? That's just going to be immensely OP. And also Alistair, right? Alistair's going to be like very beefy curve, right? And it's gonna be
Right.
impossible for even the Vayne to like burst through Alistair, right? And I mean, top of all of that, they have a Rengar, and we all know how good Rengar is in the late game.
Yes.
So, I mean, side up with the two sides now. Okay. Moving into
Mhm.
the late
Well,
game. So they look at
yeah.
it making it over here as well, right? Alice is going to be going straight on Lulu and Akshan's going to be coming swinging again, but they don't have enough damage. And Jarvan's going to be spotting the takeout. He's going to be going straight with Akshan. Akshan might be in trouble over here. Akshan is going to be falling, and Car goes the first spot. Jarvan is going to be the one getting the first spot. Then Alice is going to be a little bit too deep as well, and I think he's going to be falling as well. And their Car goes the second kill, and Jarvan will be that. And double kill coming out by Jarvan in the first 3 minutes of the game.
Yeah, that was not a smart move from DR Unique. They know it's a do or die game, and even then, knowing that they dove in a bit too much, and not just after they just gave two kills to the other team, but also now they're behind by 2k gold, and that will be very difficult for them for the when the first dragon comes up, which I guess is the Ocean Dragon. So let's see which team actually goes in for that trade, because again, when you're two kills down and when you're down in terms of gold, it'll be very tough for you to contest the first Drake.
Yeah, but especially with the comp revolving around the late game, right? You can't make such mistakes in the early game, right? And especially putting a jungler like Jarvan really ahead in the early game, right? Because Jarvan is specifically meant to be early game jungler. You can't give him kills. I was like talking more of the top lane matchup, right? Frosty versus Vishy over here. Vishy playing as Olaf and Frosty playing Camille. So I mean, it's a pretty even matchup, and like Frosty is playing it extremely good as well. But then, you need to be getting ahead against Olaf, and that's exactly what Lucifer Gaming is planning to do. He is down in top side trying to make for the gank happen, looking for the gank. But then he's not able to. He's not just going to be going in because he knows the Jarvan somewhere on the top side as well. So, both the junglers, both the top laners are like what do you call it, having small commission. But then the junglers need to make something happen because both of the junglers are on the top side, and we are just going to be seeing Jarvan coming, and we are going to be seeing Vishy go in with this ultimate. Can they go get a kill on Camille? Yes, Camille is going to be falling. Jarvan comes in, and there goes the kill on Camille as well. Olaf is going to be getting the kill on Camille, and now that Olaf has got the kill on Camille, and with Camille dead, now that the dragon has spawned, I think it's going to be a pretty big target for us skirmishers.
Yeah, I think DR Unique missed mark over there. They could have actually initiated the dragon right there and then, keeping in mind that J4 and Olaf were there on top, which they have now rotated, and I think this will be a fight that skirmishers will be preferring to take. And I think with that beautiful engage from J4, they have exactly done that. A beautiful gameplay being shown by the skirmishers over here. Red team gets another kill over there, and I think they are going ham at them. The blue team, though, has taken the dragon in their favor, but I think the red team is getting all the kills that they needed, and with that, the dragon won't even make a difference.
Blue team ace.
Yup, and Vayne getting a triple kill over that, right? That's just going to be putting us so much more ahead. Look at the item bar over that. Vayne already has a Blade of Rune King, and Vayne having Blade of Rune King before 5 minutes of the game, you know you lost the game there.
True. And not just that, they're even bursting down the turrets right now. The mid turret is down to just one plate, and the bottom turret, I mean, they've taken down one plate from there as well. So it will be really interesting to see how DR Unique manages to come back from here. Though they have a scaling comp, I do agree. But if you're behind by that much, I mean, it just calls for trouble. You cannot make a comeback after being so behind. The other team literally needs to throw the game right now in order for you to make a comeback.
I mean, we did see that happen in the second game, so I still have my money on the blue side. I mean, comebacks are still possible, and I am hoping for the comeback. I'm hoping for this to go on to a 5-game series just like yesterday, just so that we can all enjoy our popcorn a little bit more, right? And we all want that, right? We all want this game to be going on for a 5-game series. But this is fellas, we're also talking more about the top water side, right? We are seeing things happening in the bottom side, but then Vayne is just extremely too bad. Even in the 1v2, she was able to get a kill on Camille, and now that Lulu has to back her up, he's able to get a kill on Akshan as well. I think things are not looking right now, and LOL ready to score both 0-10. Things, I mean, are going very downhill for the blue side.
Yeah, it's just going south for them right now for DR Unique, because you can see that a late game champion and I should say a late game monster like Vayne is getting fed. She's 5-0 right now, and the other team is yet to get a score on board. And not just the bottom turret, not just the top turret, they might even take down the mid turret as well, with the Ahri being there and clearing the way with ease right now.
Yup. I mean, no matter how fed even Akshan and Nani get, it's going to be impossible to counter them. Because look at the Rengar. Rengar is going to be having a desperate attempt to try and kill someone, but Ahri is going to be trying to nick up them. I think they might possibly get a kill on Ahri. No, it's going to be the Ahri getting killed. She is going to be blocking it down for the jungler, and that's a very good thing. But then you can't see. This was the jungler's bag, right? So the Rengar's bag. You can't really go in for engages like that when you're not, completely sure that you can get a kill. And over here again, right, Jarvan's going to be getting exhausted, but he's going to be having a very easy time to run away. So well played with them. Well played with Jarvan.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, I would like to, make a bet right now whether DR Unique will be able to get a kill or not in the next few minutes, because as of now, it's really unlikely. They are just getting gapped immensely, and now just Olaf is going in, and he might even end up getting one kill, and Camille manages to escape right over there, and Ahri, of course, with a beautiful charm gets Alistair as well. So again, things going south, and I mean badly for DR Unique. They will get the tier 2 turret as well, and might even end up getting the inhibitor if things work out really well for them.
Yup, the Herald is going to be going in for that inhibitor as well. That's the inhibitor, and Jarvan is going to be going in and engage the end up getting kill on Ahri. So this might as well be the end of it. Because Jarvan is going to be going in, inhibitor, Herald is going to be that as well. Everyone's popped up, everyone's looking to end the game right here. Can't make this happen. No, he's not going to make this happen, because I mean, Vayne is just extremely OP at this point. So, I mean, they also ended up getting kill on Alistair as well, right? So, see, this is how you know how extremely bad the Vayne has. 606 has the Solari Charles played up as well. So, I mean, it's going to be like a very, very I mean, yeah, I think the game's gonna do it. I don't think there's a comeback possibility, even the slightest chance.
True, true, true. Within the first 8 minutes, you've seen a goal diff of about 13k, 13, 14k, and that's a lot. They haven't even got one kill right now, DR Unique, which I was expecting them to get in that fight. At least one kill would have made a difference, or not? No, no, I don't think so. But still, would have loved to see a 115 or at least something on the board because 0-15 doesn't look good right now for them.
Exactly. If you like one kill, so what are your thoughts? Do you think they'll even get one kill? Because you bet it, that you did bet.
Oh.
They will not get even a single kill. So let's see. This is the fight where they're going to be making something happen. And Alistair is going to be the first one to engage. Rishi is going to be coming out with the ultimate. And we are going to be seeing Camille go for the Zulu. I don't think Camille is going to have had the right target priority. And she's going to be ending up falling to the way. And with all of the kills going towards the red side, blue side still managed to get one kill, and that's going to be lost. So you are wrong, Nick. The first kill is going to be coming out, and it is going to be the kill. I'm not really sure who got the kill, but then okay, it's going to be Annie is going to be who's going to get the kill on that one. So I mean, at least one kill, so not so very bad finals, I would say.
Yeah.
At least the decent score, 120 by DR Unix.
Hey, I mean, don't count out Annie for that matter. She got a shutdown over there, so I am still hoping for them to make a comeback, but it's going to be really hard right now. Even though they got a shutdown on J4, but again, I mean, jokes apart, they are trying their level best. So of course, we do give them credit for that, but I guess it's a bit too late right now. And yes,
Alistair might be able to be. It was like the best no moment for him. He walks into the bush and he sees three people over there and he just gets absolutely destroyed with RE by the Vayne and by the Zulu. So I mean that's a very common moment, man. You know, like at this moment, you know, you fucked up. That meme, you know, just insert that meme over here.
True, true, true. Of course. I mean, again, at this point, there's not much that you can do. You just have to go through the course of the game in order to make sure that don't lose out on that respect element that the enemies are giving you right now. Because again, skirmishers are coming hard at them, and they are making sure that they do not give up, which is again very commendable. But again, that's only that we can give it to them. Apart from that, from the gameplay point of it, it's not doing good for them.
Yep, and also like the 1v1 kill coming out of Rishi and the point that Camille is just going to be getting absolutely shredded by the Olaf. The pentakill Olaf finally showing why he was worthy of getting the pentakill. But then like it's just going to be a single kill at this point. I hope the pentakill Olaf ends up getting the pentakill because a fed Olaf with most of his items up already has Affinity, already has Terax, is telling towards next item. I think he does have a chance of getting a pentakill.
True. And more importantly, I think it's really good for the grand finale that we'll be having tomorrow because skirmishers coming on the back of such a dominating performance in the lower bracket finals will make it a really interesting competition against Punchline, who previously defeated them, in the upper bracket semi-finals.
Yep, it is going to be a redemption game for them because this at the rate with the game going right now. Lost Speed, what is Lost going in the top side? He's going to be getting melted by the Alistair and the Kabir, but he's going to be using the flicker away. And with the flicker away, he may be coming in for a follow-up. He's going to get the kill on Camille. Next kill is going to be an Alistair. Alistair is still very deeply champion, and no much damage him, still he was surviving. And he still ended up dying, but then he still survived for quite some time. And also now that Olaf is finally done the fight, they just have to walk through the territory and just end the game at this point.
Right. And again, just one kill on the side of DR Unique shows you how dominant the performance was from skirmishers. They've got 2 inhibitors down in a matter of, say, 12 minutes at max, and that is really very impressive. And oh yeah, Akshan, I'm not sure what his planning was, but definitely did not work out well, and probably this might be the end of the game.
I think they might end the game over. This is a very possible chance for them to go because the core is still surviving. Okay, now the core is falling, and with this, skirmishers are going to be the winners for the low bracket finals, and they are going to be facing Punchline in the finals tomorrow for the Wild Rift Resurgence series presented to you by LevelUp Gaming and with the community partners being Wild Rift Discord India.
Again, in terms of the damage that was being dealt, Kale managed to deal about 23.5k damage with his Vayne in just a matter of 11 to 12 minutes. Again, a lot of damage being dealt by Olaf as well. So again, kudos to skirmishers for putting up such a dominant performance. And again, as you said, they totally deserve it to be in the finals alongside Punchline.
So, like, after seeing the game one, right? Not the game one, I mean, after seeing the series between Punchline and Skirmishers, right? The series was like completely a storm by punchline. They were able to completely demolish the skirmishers. So with skirmishers going back in finals, this is a revision chance for them. Do you think the results are going to be any different? Do you think skirmishers have something new up their sleeves? Do you think they are going to be able to defeat punchline?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I'll always prefer skirmishers over any other team because they have got the experience on their side, and they showed why experience is important in this game. Yeah, reflexes are important in a game like PUBG or something like that, but over here,
Yeah.
experience counts a lot. Those macro plays, those rotations, those small fights that they take at the very important time, that causes a lot of difference, and that's exactly what they showed in the third game over here. So again, kudos to them for putting up a great show, and also thank you for everyone who tuned in alongside DR Unique, who never gave up. I would give them that. They never gave up, even though they were behind by a lot.
Yep. So with that, we're going to be coming to an end of today's stream. So if you guys enjoyed the stream, so make sure you like the stream and also subscribe to the channel because tomorrow is going to be the finals. So you don't want to be missing out on turning on the notifications as well. Because the finals is going to be extremely hyped up game. We'll be seeing you all tomorrow at I'm not really sure about the time, but I think around 7 o'clock. So see you tomorrow. Peace out.
Thank you guys. Good night.